Welcome back to the channel.
Yes, Brent. Lovely to see you again, my friend.
Nice to be back. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
It is. Yeah.
Lots going on this week.
Absolute humdinger week this.
It's chaos. It's chaos being a schoolboy. Tell you what, it's ridiculous.
I was actually looking at some of the teams on show at Wildeklawer, and you think these kids are traveling more than the pros. I mean,
it's crazy. They're playing two games. I mean, 2 games in
Paul Rose were in PE on Saturday, another in Bloem, and I don't know how many nights I sleep at home anymore.
Let's stay away from the geography this week.
I was closer than you. I said Bloem, but
no, it's crazy. It's a
correction to all our Grahamstown friends.
Sorry for that.
Yeah,
we're just in a different postal code.
Yeah, 100%.
But Wildeklawers is upon us. It starts on Friday, which is today is Wednesday, so 2 days away. Friday the 24th, and I mean it's top 20. It's basically if you look at the schools that are invited to it or competing it this year, it's a case of who out of the top 20 isn't there, and it's basically Hilton and Michaelhouse. Other than that, on your current sort of ranking, it's your top 20 schools that are competing in the festival. So it's incredible. It really is an amazing festival.
Absolutely. Like I said in the last one, I'm sure all the scouts are out there at this festival. You've got your Easter festivals are almost pre-season in a way.
Yeah.
And now you're well into the season, and you've got to show up, and this is going to separate who the top teams are. And of course, I think it's going to affect the rankings. It could possibly affect the rankings quite a bit. There's a couple of guys there with a win here or there. Could go right up.
For sure.
This is that
Maritzburg College beats Stellenberg.
The barometer, I suppose.
If Maritzburg College beats Stellenberg, or Diamantfeld beats Stellenberg, I mean that could wreck seasons. But it's highly unlikely. But I mean those are 2 fantastic fixtures. It's a good opportunity now for Diamantfeld and Maritzburg College. And now these guys will be targeting Stellenberg. They'll want to knock them over. They're the big boys on the block. Everybody's gunning for Stellenberg now. So
yeah. They're going to get a lot more attention than what they got in the first bit of the season.
That's right. That's a scalp that the top schools want now. Yes. There's a lot of prestige associated with beating a side like Stellenberg now. But
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean Friday the 24th of April, there are 3 fixtures: Nico Malan versus Yachia Janssen, Diamantfeld versus Queens. Nice fixtures to kick off. 2:15 and a 4:45. But then obviously Paul Rose versus Garsfontein at 7:00. I mean I
think that's a big one. As we speak about rankings, Garsfontein obviously had a brilliant win over Affies over the weekend.
Yes.
And they're the kings of Pretoria, but that's also shifted them up the rankings as well.
Yeah.
So it's a big one. I think whoever wins that will go to number 2.
Yeah, quite possibly. Paul Rose are 3rd and Garsfontein are 5th. And as you say, they beat Affies about 38-34 over the weekend. They were 30 points to 10 up at one stage. Quite remarkably, and Affies came back at them, and I actually believe I haven't watched the game, but apparently Affies scored in the last minute, but the player was in touch, so the try was disallowed, and I think also Affies missed a few kicks at Paul, so it was a lot closer than not closer. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, but from 30-10 to getting that close to winning the game is quite remarkable. But So Garsfontein are, as you say, the kings of Pretoria, and that'll be a good fixture. Paul Rose versus Garsfontein.
I think so.
And I mean, it doesn't end there, because on Saturday, the 25th of April, I don't know if you've got the fixture list in front of you.
I've got it. I've got a couple of the highlights. But it's not.
But it's just.
I want us to try and make a call on that first game.
Which one? Paul Rose Garsfontein.
I think I'm going to go Garsfontein.
Gee, it's a tough one, eh? It's a tough one to call, though. I just wonder how much Paul Rose play. Who did Paul Rose play over the weekend? They played against.
They played Grey Eye.
Grey Eye, fairly comfortable, eh? 26-15 or.
Grey got themselves back in the game there.
Yeah.
But yes, I think in the end, and I must say that I think they were Paul Rose were down to 14 men at quite a critical stage of the game. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they did well to get out of that. But they were well in command of that game, well in
Yeah.
control, you know.
Yeah. So it should be a good game. I mean,
Hmm.
Affies would have taken a lot out of Garsfontein, but it would also have given them a lot of confidence and and quite a big boost ahead of
Yes.
Wildeklawers. Yeah, so you reckon Garsfontein? Yeah, I'd go with Garsfontein too, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be close, eh? I think
Yeah,
it's going to be a
I just
three-point game.
I still got that Jeppy Garsfontein result in the back of my mind, though.
Yeah, but we're
Um,
going to get to Jeppy just now because
yeah,
they are,
no, I'm just saying in
they,
terms of
yeah,
form. I don't know. It's but okay,
yeah, it's
Garsfontein.
interesting.
Yeah, fair
It
enough.
will be interesting. But
Good
yeah,
call.
we put our head on the block. I'm going to go
Yeah,
Crossfontein.
I could agree with that.
It's definitely going to be whoever wins that is number two.
Yeah, the country. Second is
Yeah.
Stellenberg.
Second to Stellenberg. Yeah, 100%.
Okay. And then look, on Saturday, 25th of April, I mean, it starts at 8 o'clock in the morning
Yeah,
and it doesn't stop till 8 o'clock at night.
amazing, eh?
Hey, there's like 9 fixtures there. Every single one of them
Yeah.
holds intrigue. It's just,
Ye-
there's like no soft touches, it's every one of those fixtures is a top 20 side
Yes,
against the top 20 side. So,
it's top class, eh?
poor Waterkloof at 8 o'clock in the morning, Waterkloof against Durbanville.
Yeah,
Um,
it's going to be a cracker.
yeah, it should be good. Monument vs Durban High School at 9:30. So that's
Monas, DHS,
yeah.
Monas.
I mean
Yeah,
that
one
should
of
be a
my
great
games. We're
fixture.
going to talk a bit about that. I
Yeah,
think DHS just come off that loss to Northwood, proper derby.
yeah,
Um, I watched quite a lot of that game. I think Northwood were really good value there. I think they played well, but like I said before to you, I've sort of labelled Northwood.
yes,
I love their brand, and I think they were deserved winners out of that.
yes, yeah,
Very close. DHS almost scored in the last minute again. Typically, schoolway derbies.
yeah,
I'm looking forward to how this works out. If
yeah.
Northwood want to get into the top 10, this is a must-win fixture for them.
Durban High School want to get into the top 10. Yeah,
Sorry, I had Paul Boys Northwood, which
yeah,
we'll come to. DHS Monas, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So DHS are gonna, yeah, sort of get what would we call it? They're coming off that tight loss.
yeah,
I think like I said before, I think the KZN schools have got a great form on. Really look like a strong group amongst the schools.
yeah,
Monas we've spoken about before when they played Westlake.
yes.
And they play very attractive rugby as well.
The
Tough,
th- the
big
th-
guys. But we did say the defense is a little bit sort of leaky, right?
yeah, it is very much so. So they score a lot of points, but they also concede a lot of points. The interesting thing
Hmm.
is Monument haven't played since Kingswood at St John's Easter Festival.
That could
So
be
4th
good
of
for them.
April.
No?
Yeah, it could be.
That
4th
could
of
be good
April.
for
They
them.
haven't had a fixture since the 4th of April. So
Yeah,
they're going 3 weeks
yeah.
between fixtures.
I
So
like that.
they'll definitely be the fresher of the side. They might be a bit rusty, but
Yeah.
definitely the fresher. And one would imagine they'll be quite hungry and
Mm.
quite motivated to kick off Wildeklawers. But I'm surprised they haven't had a fixture for 3 weeks. But I don't know. That's going to be a hell of a game. But I think I don't know. Monument. I've got Monument to take that one by maybe
Uh,
10.
I think, yeah,
Just
I think, like I say, when I made a call on something, I fancy these KZN schools this
yeah,
year.
yeah, well, yeah,
So this will put a lot of things into perspective for me.
yeah.
Where does that form line lie? I think it's going to be another cracker. Like you said, these fixtures are just unbelievable.
Every single one.
It's just unbelievable. So I think, yeah, I'm going to go DHS. I like Monas a lot,
Yeah.
but to throw a spanner in the works here, I think
No, fair call.
DHS might.
DHS are the favourites. I mean, they're ranked 11th currently. Monument are
Yes,
languishing at 17th. I think Monument are better than 17th, but I think
yes.
again it's that leaky
Mm,
defence of theirs, which is not doing them any favours.
yes.
Um, and they lost to Diamantfeld right at the beginning of the season. But I mean
Yeah,
those early fixtures they're more experimental. Coach is trying out combinations. He's trying out new personnel. So I don't know if you can, attach much weight to those fixtures. A bit like Jeppe versus Garsfontein at the beginning of the season, First game of the season, things are a bit iffy. They beat Welkom Gymnasium 87-22 convincingly, but then they lost to Grey College 31-15. Not a bad result against Grey College. And Paul Rus, they lost to Paul Rus 21-17, also very close.
Yeah, close game. Yeah, close.
And then since then they've had 3 wins. Drotsty 75-41, Westlake, which we watched 56-35, great game of rugby. And Kingswood 43-27, and Kingswood are a decent side. And since then they haven't played. So look, I think Durban High School definitely favourites, but I'm going to back. I'd actually like to see Monument win this fixture, to be honest.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind that either. I wouldn't mind that either. As just reward for just the way that Monash are going about it. And like I say, I think if they fix the defensive things, those little lapses in concentration, I think that's all it is.
Yes.
They tend to work so hard and dominate to get their points, and then they'll just let one through quite easily. But DHS will be up for it, no doubt.
No, for sure. They want to bounce back.
This to me could be another 3-point game.
Quite possibly. Yeah.
In terms of spreads and things like that, I think less than 5 points.
Yeah.
Always difficult with the schoolboys, but it's going to be a very closely contested game.
Fair enough. And at 11 o'clock, Maritzburg College versus Stellenberg. Your boys, your favourite.
Oh well, the Giant Slayers. The Giant Slayers.
Yeah. So that's a good. It's an interesting. It's an opportunity for Maritzburg College.
Yes.
They will relish the opportunity of playing Stellenberg this season. I think everybody will. But obviously, Stellenberg will go into this as strong favourites. College coming off a 61-5 win against Pretoria Boys.
Yeah.
So, not much of a workout for them, but they'll be confident enough. And then Stellenberg, 2010 against... who did Stellenberg play this weekend? Melkbos-Strand. They also had quite a soft fixture. They played Melkbos-Strand, beat them 64-0.
Yeah,
and
so they've had 2 similar
both teams have had quite a soft run up to the Wildeklawers, which is good for them. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
we don't want these boys to overwork. We don't want to overwork these boys. So so it's an opportunity for Maritzburg to score big scalp, but obviously Stellenberg will go into this game as firm favourites.
Yeah, I think so, and I'm happy for that, and like I said, it creates such a nice opportunity for. There's not, some of the KZN schools. I'm not affiliated to any of them, but I've just noticed the trend. So this will be Maritzburg College, are currently ranked 6th in the country.
That's interesting,
Yeah, so if they actually
knock
Stellenberg over, that will throw the cat amongst the pigeons.
Yeah.
So I think this is an opportunity for Stellenberg to, just to
cement their place at the top.
Rubber stamp what they're doing. But we're definitely going to see after this weekend. I think we can all go back and rest and say, okay, this is probably the number 1 school in the country.
Yes.
Whoever ends up number 1 after this weekend, because there's massive fixtures.
Well,
this is 1 place 6. That's as big as it gets.
The Stellenberg second fixture at the Wildeklawers is against the Amantveld.
Yeah.
So that's anyway. We can discuss that closer to the time. 12:30, you got Westville versus Oakdale. It should be a good game of rugby. Both sides play very attractive brand of open running rugby. Yes. Westville having lost this weekend to Jeppe 29-28. It should be a good game, but I fancy Westville to knock over Oakdale.
I agree with you there,
2 o'clock, Jeppe versus Boland Landbou. That's one you're quite interested in as well.
Yes, no, I think it's going to be, we've spoken about this before, is that Jeppe have undertaken quite a hectic fixture, list of fixtures this year.
Yeah.
Boland Landbou, that's always a tough year. It's always a tough year, and they've also just come out of the Westville game that you spoke of, which was a brilliant win by Jeppe.
Yes.
And I think that also starts changing what their season looks like. That was a closely contested, exciting game.
Yes.
They deserved, I think they deserved the win.
Yes.
Absolutely.
For sure. Yeah.
But all hats off to Westville. They were a handful, traveling up to Joburg, taking the guys on.
Yes.
It was always, they were always within. I think it was, they were tied at half time. It was like score, and then the next one
Yes.
scores, and back and forth. So it was a proper, they had a go at each other. But happy for Jeppy that they got that one over the line.
Yeah.
To be honest, and I think it also then, you spoke about the Jeppy Gasfontein result. I think it's also starting to show that the Jeppy team this year are really up for it.
Yeah.
And when the going gets tough, they really are there.
No, they're a good side.
Lots of character in that side. I love
good
it.
side. Good
really
side.
love it.
Big, strong, robust pack of forwards and some very quick, talented backs. Good side. Good balance.
I'm definitely going to go with Jeppy to win that.
Yeah, I'd agree with you. This Boran Landbou side has battled the season so far. I think they've basically won from 5. So they beat Rondebosch last week, 43-41 on Saturday. But they won from 5. They've lost against Alkmaar, Menlo, Outeniqua, Durbanville. So they're definitely battling this season. So I think Jeppy will take that. But it should be a great game. Again, it'll be a fantastic game. And Hoppers 3, Paul Boys are versus Northwood. I mean, these fixtures just keep coming. I mean, it's just
beautiful. Though.
I mean, it's incredible. It is incredible. Yeah. This Saturday is probably Saturday, 25th of April. Wildeklawers. This is peak schoolboy rugby in South Africa.
This is some of the best fixtures that I've seen.
And it's like this every year. I mean, Wildeklawers has been going since 2013, 2014. Originally, it was just rugby, and it was hosted in Paarl. And I think they've been like 2009. I think they've been 13 tournaments since then. So it doesn't happen annually, but it moved to Kimberley, I don't know, 3 or 4 seasons ago. And it's been, it includes now netball and football. But it's the cream of the crop. It's literally your top 20 every year for the last 3-4 years. Pitted up against each other. It's incredible.
They've absolutely, it's such a great tournament, and good on them, mate.
We should actually be going to this. We should actually be going to this. But try get accommodation in Kimberley over Wildeklawers weekend.
I suppose that
you need to book a year in advance.
Yeah, it will be a challenge. But I think.
So Paul Boys are versus Northwood.
Yes,
going back to that, I'm going
to go with my heart on this one. I really love Northwood this year.
Yes.
So I'm going to stick with him. But of course it won't surprise me. I think they're the underdog going into this.
Yeah, for sure.
They have to be.
Yes.
Paul Boys quality side.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, very well coached side.
Yeah. Yeah, not as strong as previous seasons, but they'll still be difficult to beat. I think it's quite a young side, to be honest, Paul. I haven't scrutinized the team sheet. But it'll be a great game. It'll be a great game. A one-score game, if that. I think if
I would go with that exact.
Yeah.
So far, everyone we've spoken about, I think, is going to be really close.
It can go either way, but for me, it's a one-score game. And then that's followed by Uffies versus Outeniqua at 5:00.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to go into that.
Yeah, this is this is going to be something else. I mean, Outeniqua actually very good side.
Yeah, strong pack of forwards.
Yeah, no, I think we're starting to see things that we haven't seen in schoolboy rugby seasons. With Uffies dropping so many games. What are they? 3 down?
Yeah, for the season. Yeah, they haven't shot the lights out this season. They are they've lost 4 games. They've actually 50% win ratio. They 4 from 8. 4 from 8.
4 from 8. Okay, actually, that's exactly.
Yeah.
So when I think we must just pull those stats at some point. We might add it later, but when has Uffies at a 50% win rate at this time of the season? I mean, this is absolute madness.
Yeah, it's crisis. Crisis time in Pretoria.
Yeah, I've heard lots of stories. I don't want to talk out of turn, but let's just. I want to put it out there. Is that I've heard that a lot of the second and third team players, sort of guys, have been sort of have maybe left to other schools, and which I think is great for the system.
Yeah.
I think it's good for the system.
Yeah.
But it's definitely showing up the depth now. And I mean,
Well,
Affis in the country have got the most depth. I don't think anyone can really argue with that over the years.
yeah.
They put the most amount of teams on the field, quality sides. So yeah, I think it's something new that they're going through now. 4 out of 8. Wow.
Yeah.
That is
Incredible.
something. That is
Incredible.
something.
So it's definitely an opportunity for Outeniqua to.
I think I wouldn't be surprised, and I also wouldn't be surprised if we get a draw.
Yeah, one score, another one score game. Another one score game. Outeniqua are 5 from 7. So they've lost to Pole Boys 26-22, and they drew to Wildeklawer 24-all. Other than that, they've gone unbeaten this season, and they got Affis. So it'll be a great game.
I think, you wouldn't want to be in Affis' shoes. I think it's going to be very tough for them.
They're battling this season. Then after that, 6:30, Grey College versus Noordheuwel. Now, normally you'd say, Grey are going to absolutely smoke Noordheuwel. Noordheuwel haven't been good this season, but they were damn good on Saturday.
Yeah.
Maybe
they were very good.
as good as the opposition allowed them to be.
Yeah.
But it'll do their confidence a lot of good. And they've got a big side, Noordheuwel. That's the thing. They've got a big pack, some big backline players. Yeah. Physically, they're a big side. So I think physically they'd be able to maybe match Grey College. But Grey College probably just have too much class and too much pedigree and coaching for Noordheuwel. So
I think, that would be. I think we wouldn't be having even a long conversation this in years gone by, but. In saying that,
they've lost 3 this season.
Grey have also lost 3 on the trot.
That's it. That's the
the season's also getting tricky for them.
They're not the unbeatable.
Noordheuwel coming off that win against KES. Look, I don't know how much to read into that result, to be fair, because it could easily have happened in the Jeppe KES game, like we said.
Yeah.
Jeppe could have
exactly the same
done
thing.
Something similar. I think they just made a lot of unforced errors.
Yeah. Noordheuwel didn't make those errors. They dominated to the same extent, and they didn't make the same errors. They converted their opportunities.
They're very much a rhythm side. When they're on attack, they've got a very specific way that they play, and when they get the wind behind their back, they're actually a very, very good side. Even though their earlier results this season
have been poor.
I'd say it's not as strong as last year's side.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I think this is where Grey College starts their redemption tour.
Yeah.
I think they're going to put them away. I actually think they could put them away.
Yeah.
20 points.
Yeah.
Plus.
Quite possibly.
But I wouldn't mind Noordheuwel clicking into gear. No. I love the underdog in every fixture.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think Noordheuwel's played Grey College at Wildeklawers in the past. A couple of seasons ago, I'm pretty sure they played Chisel Juster's year, and Noordheuwel came very close. I think they were leading for much of the game. In fact, I must actually try and find that result. Yeah. But Noordheuwel were very good value for money. They were definitely up for it. They had a very good side, and they came very close to beating a Grey College side that's probably stronger than this one. But you'd fancy Grey to win this one relatively comfortably. But Noordheuwel, I don't know. Let's see. Hopefully they're up for it, and we have a cracker. And then if that isn't enough for you, at 8 o'clock we have Paul Grim versus Hultmekaar.
Yeah.
Again.
I think Paul Grim are going to absolutely. They've been in some devastating form recently. They absolutely demolished.
Posted some big scores.
Yeah, and I think if they get on top, it might be a long day for Hultmekaar.
Could be. Hultmekaar last played on the 6th of April. It seems like these guys took an extended holiday. Monument.
Yeah.
Hultmekaar, not Noordheuwel, because they played this past Saturday. But Hultmekaar last played against Durban High School, lost 39-27. That was on the 6th of April. So they've also gone just about 3 weeks since their last fixture. So they'll definitely be the fresher of the two sides. Whether it'll make a difference on the day is doubtful. Paul Grim have just played Grey College, as we know, and beaten them 29-14. Smashed Uffies 51-24.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Parkland have only lost to Stellenberg. They've only lost to Stellenberg this season.
Well, they are the best team in the country, so we can't argue with that one.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong.
First fixture of the season.
Result for them. But
I wish they'd play them now.
I think we're going to see a big score, yeah.
Yeah, quite possibly. Quite possibly. And, I mean, that more or less wraps up day 2. Technically, it's day 2.
Have we not got...
Powell, we got Marlow versus NK Barbarians, Rustenburg versus Central Barbarians.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we want to...
Stellenberg, who are they playing there?
Stellenberg played Maritzburg College at 11 o'clock. Did you not watch that game? Yeah. They had Maritzburg College versus Stellenberg at 11 o'clock. And then we're back on Monday. Do you want to run through? Should we run through those fixtures?
Yeah, of course. I mean, the 2 biggest games, I think, could be on that day.
Okay, well, Diamantfeld versus Stellenberg at 8 o'clock in the morning. So, I mean, a hell of a way to kick off the day with the country's number 1 versus the country's number 30th, or wherever Diamantfeld are.
32, yeah. I think they're 32.
32, quite right, yeah. So I mean, okay. I mean, look, it's an opportunity again, like Maritzburg College on Saturday. It's an opportunity for Diamantfeld to knock over a big gun. And they'll relish the opportunity, but in all honesty, it's unlikely that they're going to get much return from that game unless Stellenberg run out with their seconds, which is also possible. I'm sure they won't be arrogant and underestimate Diamantfeld, but they might not start with their first 15. They might, use some of their reserves, and I'm fine with that. 9:30, Helpmekaar versus Queens. Quite a clash of cultures and a clash of styles.
Yeah, different. Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Different styles.
That'll be a very tough one to actually call a winner because Helpmekaar quite a structured side, and Queens come out at any part of the park at you. So
that's it. They'll run at you from
Queens is always a team. If it clicks, they can be a handful, and then
that's it.
Yeah, but I actually expect Helpmekaar to win that game because of that.
Yeah,
their structured play just doesn't suit Queens.
Yeah, that's the thing. Look, Queens, Queens got that win over Modiel. That was an incredible win. That 13-7 at the KES Festival. It was a great win. They're going to need to replicate that same sort of intensity and spirit and just collective will. If they're going to knock Helpmekaar over. Helpmekaar, Noordheuwel, Monument, they're very much similar strength sides.
Yeah.
So if Queens, having been able to beat a side like Noordheuwel, will have a certain amount of self-belief coming up against a side like Helpmekaar. It's a strong Helpmekaar side, although they've been on the wrong end of some huge defeats this season already. Notably against Grey College 51-19. Smashed Boland Landbou 50-22. That's quite a result. Lost to Westville 33-17 and lost to DHS 39-27. They 4 from 7 this season. They also got a good win against Maritzburg College 31-19. So look, on their day they're going to be a hard side to beat, Helpmekaar. But so you'd fancy Helpmekaar by at least 10 or 12.
Yeah, I think Helpmekaar.
Maybe more if Queen's heads drop. Okay, and then
Love
after that,
Queens.
Yeah, me too. Great school.
I love Queen, and they've just had the derby as well, like Queensdale.
Yeah.
I mean, that's also something just to quickly chat about.
Yeah.
I know I sent it to you. I found an article 2019. From 2019, where Grey. I think it's the best. It's the best. It must be the best derby.
Longest standing.
College.
Yeah, must be the longest standing.
The most closely contested.
Oh yes, 100% from that perspective.
It's like over all these years, over it's like 100 years, more than 100 years. 82 each and 17 draws.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
And it was another 2 or 3 point game over the past weekend. So it just goes to show, wonderful. And anyway,
no, that's incredible.
Big Queens fan.
There we go. Outeniqua versus Maritzburg College at 11 o'clock. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Interesting fixture.
Interesting.
Yeah, be a good watch.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
It'll be a good watch. And then at 12:30 we have Noordheuwel versus Boland Landbou. Also, it's maybe.
I think Noordheuwel are going to take that. Obviously, it's going to be a hell of a tough, because whenever it comes to these festivals, it depends what the fixture takes out of you 2 days prior.
That's the thing.
So,
Yeah.
but on paper, I would go Noordevil there.
You're playing 2 games on the bounce. You're playing against Grey College, and then you're playing against Boland Landbou.
Well,
It's 2 tough physical
yeah,
fixtures on the bounce. But yeah, I
yeah.
think Noordevil Boland just haven't shown us anything this season. Maybe they pitch up at Wildeklawers. Hopefully they do. But so
I
far
hope
this
so.
season, haven't really seen much from them. Then 2 o'clock, your second favourite side, Northwood, versus
Oh,
Garsfontein. Northwood versus
that's going to be a
Garsfontein.
cracker, Brent.
Yeah.
That is going to be a cracker.
Geez, Northwood aren't holding back. I mean, Paul Boys on Saturday and Garsfontein
They've
on Monday.
absolutely, yeah, they
They're going for
absolutely
it.
are. That's what I love about it as well. I
Yeah.
mean, they've also got, when you look at those schools, like I keep these KZN schools. I don't know how I've become a KZN fan this year, but it's because of the rugby the guys are playing. And Northwood have been touring. They've been at all the festivals. They're sort of a marker for me when you look at form lines,
Yeah.
because they are playing schools from all over.
Yeah.
When we look at Hilton College, that had that great win over Nudgee, they're sticking to their traditional fixtures. They're unbeaten. Michael House are unbeaten.
Yeah.
But they're not at these festivals.
Yes.
So you've always got to find your school that you're going to say, okay, when they go back to Natal, what is it sort of? That's the only way you can sort of get some line, I suppose,
Yeah.
out of it. And that's why I was very pleased for them when they beat DHS, because DHS is that same sort of form line.
Yeah.
So Northwood, yeah, but yeah, I mean, if they win there, that will catapult them up the rankings.
Into second place. Yeah. So they beat.
Not into second.
So they beat Paul on Saturday.
They might go to sixth. They might go somewhere there. No, let's be realistic. They might go in the top 10.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough ask.
If they win that game, and I think that's
it's
massive motivation.
It's going to be a tough task for them. I think they might come away with 0 from 2, 1 from 2, 2 from 2. I suppose those are all the outcomes, all the possible outcomes.
But they've got a tough 2 games.
Yeah, hell of a tough. They did lose to Westville.
Wow.
They did lose to Westville before DHS 2 weeks ago, 35-29. Very good game. I think their kicking cost them. They could have won that game if they had a more reliable goal kicker. We discussed it in the pilot. But 2 hell of incredible fixtures for them. They're good to watch. I hope they can come away. It would be amazing if they came away with 2 wins. Absolutely amazing. But yeah, I figured maybe they'll be focusing on.
I must say, I didn't see their right wing, which is my favorite wing in the country, on Saturday. So I don't know if he's got an injury. I don't know if he's back for this.
Yeah, hopefully not. Now, which one of those games do you target? If you're a coach and you're gunning for 1 win, if you feel 2 wins in 3 days is unrealistic and you're gunning for 1 win, which one do you target? Paul Boys or Garsfontein?
Oh, I mean, that's how long is a piece of string? I think either one would be a hell of a win for them. If they win either of these games, I think they've done well.
100%.
If they happen to do both of them, then I suppose they're not in control of the fixtures yet, right?
No,
so they play us in front of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they win one out of the 2, they've had a good weekend.
I actually wonder how the fixtures are decided. I wonder if it's the schools that can choose, or if it's actually the event organizers that.
I would assume it's the event organizers. I'm talking out of turn, but I would assume that the guys.
I've actually asked the question before.
Very well matched up, let's be honest.
It does. That's it. But I mean, well, with the exception of the 8 o'clock, Diamantfeld versus Stellenberg. But I mean, these fixtures, if they were penned last season, nobody would have known that Stellenberg are going to be the force they are this season. So if these fixtures are penned last season, it's hindsight really.
Yeah.
So Northwood versus then we've got Paul Roos versus Oakdale. That's I
think Paul Roos.
Yeah, you would expect them to. Then Durban High School versus Polcham.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, that could be a good game. It should be a great game, in fact. And I'm sure DHS will be up for it. But Polcham their season seems to be gathering momentum. They seem to be getting stronger.
I think that's the scary part.
Yeah. They're just finding their feet now. They've found their form and they're unbeaten since the opening game, but they've been posting some massive scores, which is
I think when they turn it on, Brent, I mean that's the thing. When they
just run away. They're quite brutal.
It's unbelievable. So we can say, I mean, we would have thought they would have put that score past Office.
Yeah.
So definitely, I think they'll go in strong favourites, and I won't be surprised to see them, do extremely well there.
Yeah, 100. That's it. It
I
would be a
think
good
that
game.
could, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe poll by 15 to 20. But look, Durban will be up for it. Then at 6:30, the other derby, Grey College versus Jeppy.
Yeah, this one we're going to have to spend a
Jeez,
bit
man.
of time on.
Crazy.
We're going to have
Yeah,
to
we need
spend a
to.
bit of time on this.
Yeah,
I think, this Jeppy side has really impressed me, Brett.
yeah,
We spoke about it in the previous chat we had, and wow, I think a big thing is that there's a hell of a, you can just see it, there's a hell of a spirit in the side.
yes,
They're going to be very difficult to beat. And
yeah,
let's put it that way. They're not going to lie down,
yeah.
and they've got the physical presence this season amongst their forwards.
Yeah, they do. They do. They have a big,
Well,
strong physical pack. A pack can go toe to toe with just about anyone in the country,
I
with the
think
exception
so,
of maybe
yeah.
Polkham and maybe Stellenberg. But
Yeah,
other than
yeah,
that, they got a pack.
no, and that's what puts you in these games,
Yeah, that's it.
And they got pace to burn as well.
Yeah,
And I think that's another thing. Don't underestimate that. But that pack has to put you in the game, and they've got some big boys there, some tough guys.
yeah.
My favorite there,
Hammond.
the lucid old Hammond. Yo, man,
Yeah.
he's got that. He's got that dog in him,
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah.
I think he will lead from the front there. Or you'll have to. In a game like this. This is where these guys have to show that they're going to stand up and be counted.
Yes.
So I think, I think that's going to be a cracker, Brent. And like I say, Grey have now lost 3 on the trot. They're going to get their win against Alpmacar, but it's not going to be an easy one. Even if the scoreline says so, it's not going to be it's not a soft game.
No, it won't be.
And then they're going to run into these Jeppy boys, and I'm so impressed by the side, and congrats to what they've done.
They got a 50% win rate against Grey College.
Jeppy.
Yeah, they won
they're their bogey team
in the last 10, 15 seasons. Yeah, no, that's it. They won't lack in self-belief. They'll have to. I mean, they'll have to play well above themselves. They'd have to go at 105 to 110% of capacity. They can't pitch up like they did against Paul Boys. Jeppy can't, where they lost 37-10. They'll have to really be on top of their game. You need everything to go for you on a fixture like this. But yeah, they can definitely, they'll be competitive. I've no doubt, and they won't lack in self-belief. And also, they beat Bonan Landbou on Saturday. They get the win against Bonan Landbou on Saturday. It's also a tough ask for them, though. Two fixtures in 3 days. It's a tough ask for them.
Yeah, and everyone's in the same boat.
Yeah, Great College against Nodeville.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Jeppy. Yeah,
really?
I really think they're going to beat them. I think I was so impressed by this one over the weekend against Westville.
Yeah.
Because I actually really rate Westville as well.
Good.
So I think that Jeppy can do it if they reproduce anything like what they did against Gasfontein. They're in this game.
Yes.
They're in this game.
No, for sure.
So another, I believe, a very closely contested fixture.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go with my gut and say that Jeppy pull off a 1-pointer. 21-20, something like
cracker.
That.
Yeah, I think it's
21-20.
Yeah, I think it's either going to be very close or Grey College. It's going to be a bit of a blowout. If Grey College Grey College get into the game and they get going, and but yeah, I think
I don't see it.
Yeah, it's one or the other.
I don't see it. This Grey College side, like I said, lost 3 on the trot. That also doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like when I'm looking at the Affies form line. Grey's also had a couple of losses which they're not used to. So I think there's going to be a lot of pressure on them.
Yeah.
And the Jeppy boys will just be looking to knock them over.
Jeppy by 1 or Grey College by 25. That's my
prediction. Fair enough. That's a fair enough assessment.
That's my prediction for the game.
Yeah.
Sitting on the fence a bit.
Yeah.
8 o'clock, Affies Paul Boys. Or you still want to talk? Or you still want to talk more about the Jeppy?
No, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Affies Paul Boys.
Perfect. Yeah.
Those are two of the
Paul Boys,
two of the top 5 that aren't in the top 5 this season. It's 2 of the big 5. It's 2 of the big 5 that aren't in the top 5 this season. 2 of the sort of fall from graces. Not really, but just two teams not having their usual dominant seasons
I mean,
in Affies and Pole.
yeah, I suppose. Affies, I think they're down to 15th according to the last stats. I just was looking at now.
To
But
rankings,
it's
yeah, they're
somewhere there.
14th.
They're out of the top 10.
14th, and Pole Boys is 9th. 4 at its
Yeah.
worth, yeah.
And I also think the Paul Boys, I think they've only lost 1 or 2. I think they've got 1 loss and a draw.
Pole Boys, I'll tell you in a sec, they've only really played 5 games. They're actually taking it quite easy this season. And drew with Oakdale. That was maybe a bit surprising, and lost to Garsfontein 28-31. But I mean, there's no shame in that. No. Beat Wynberg on the weekend 20 points to 9. A good Wynberg side, a strong Wynberg side. They're having a good season. And they've beaten Jeppe 37-10 and Outeniqua at the beginning of the season 26-22. So, they're playing Northwood on Saturday and Affies on the Monday. I think that those will probably be 2 of their toughest fixtures this season, outside of Garsfontein. Northwood and Affies, and then their regular season resumes, and they've got Grey College, Stellenberg, Paul Roos. Things get serious for them after this. Actually, things start getting really serious for them at the Absa Wildeklawers with Northwood and Affies. But I mean, they're 3 from 5 with 1 loss and 1 draw. So it's difficult to assess.
I'm going to go Paul Boys.
You're going Paul. I'm going Affies.
You're going Affies?
Yeah, I think
we have to disagree, eh? I mean, otherwise it would be boring.
No, I think I'm going Affies.
Okay.
But
you're going for the 50%, eh?
Yeah, that's it. 50, exactly. Affies are 50% win ratio. Yeah, I think Affies will just. Also, a 1-score game. I don't see much in it.
Yeah.
It's either Pole by 3 or Affies by 3, or maybe a draw, but I don't see much in it. But that more or less wraps up the week. There's a Waterkloof versus Westville at 8 o'clock. So I actually think at Diamantveld, at the Wildeklawers, they have main field and they have like a B field as well. So they have quite a few games. It seems like they're going to be hosting quite a few games on the B field from 8 o'clock till 2 o'clock, including Waterkloof versus Westville and a Barbarian side, Rustenburg versus Marlow, Yachie Jansen versus Durbanville, Monument versus Nico Milan. That's also a bit of a soft Monument versus Nico Milan to close out their Wildeklawers. Maybe a bit of a soft fixture there for Monument.
Yeah, I mean, I think Monument will beat them.
Yeah.
I never describe Nico Milan as a soft fixture because
relatively in this company
they punch way above their weight.
Yeah.
Year in, year out, they're a small school.
Yeah.
And they really punch above their weight.
I was
just trying to find out.
They rank 74th at the moment.
Oh, where's Waterkloof? I don't see them in the top 50 on this thing that I'm looking at, which is also a bit of a surprise.
Waterkloof are pretty decent this year, dude.
Yeah,
they're 19th. They're 19th.
Oh, did I miss it?
One ahead of Jeppe. Have a look. I don't know if
19.
I don't know if we're looking at the same. I don't know if we're looking at the same.
We're not looking at the same one. But I'm not going to argue about that.
Yeah.
The 19th Menlo, but anyway.
Yeah. Menlo's 21st.
Okay, so they're there or thereabout. Okay,
Waterkloof beat Menlo. Waterkloof beat Menlo this weekend.
Yeah. So I withdraw that statement. I didn't realize. I obviously just missed it.
No, tight game. Good game, I believe. I didn't watch it, but yeah, Waterkloof was strong this season. They've lost to Affies 34-20. Drew with Outeniqua 24-all.
Outeniqua. There we go again. Another draw.
Outeniqua propping up all over the place. 33-28 beat Menlo Park on Saturday. So Menlo, Waterkloof versus Durbanville. That should be an interesting game. I think Waterkloof will win that, and then they got Westville as well on the Monday at Wildeklawers. So that's basically Wildeklawers in a nutshell.
I think that's going to be
incredible.
As you said, it's really going to.
It's just a question of where me and you are going to watch this.
Oh,
I mean, Saturday, 9 games, Wildeklawers. KES versus Pretoria Boys at KES. the derby, which I will not miss for anything in the world. It's at home, 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm there till it finishes, maybe half past around 3ish. The first team game should finish, so we'll be there for sure. And then we'll miss the first half of the Stormers versus the Glasgow Warriors, which should be an absolute cracker as well in URC. I mean, it's crunch time in the URC now. We need to actually have a little bit of a chat about the URC. And then we've got the Lions at Ellis Park at 4 o'clock versus Connacht, who, I mean, we should be going to watch that. We should be going to the park to watch that. Also, I mean, Lions are fourth.
Only be
Lions are fourth.
At the same.
Well, that's the unfortunate thing. Lions are fourth in the URC at the moment, and they're looking set for a home quarter final. They've got to play Munster and Leinster away, which is going to be super tough. But we actually need to discuss URC.
Talking about the Lions, they're definitely the form side.
They're playing beautiful rugby.
Yeah,
they don't play. The problem is they don't play knockout rugby. They don't play knockout rugby. That's the problem. When things get tight, when defenses get tight and things get tight, and opposition teams are playing percentages and playing for scrums and lineouts and keeping things tidy, that's when the Lions battle. They thrive on chaos. When things are loose, a bit like Queens. When things are loose and people are throwing the ball around and going nuts, they thrive, and they're absolutely incredible. The last 3 games at home, they've been amazing. They've scored like 150 points in the last 3 games. So they're on a hell of a run. I think Connacht will probably bring a more structured approach, and they might just be defensively a bit more organised than some of the sides they've played against. But they need the win. They definitely need the points, because Leinster and Munster away are going to be very tough. And I think Stormers try to play this Harlem Globetrotter type rugby. These throwing these Hail Marys and these goose stepping. These guys, the way they play with so much charisma and flamboyance, but it doesn't always come off. And I think also Stormers are stylistically stuck between playing Harlem Globetrotter and a more structured percentage game. They're definitely stuck in between. They're stuck in between 2 styles this season. And against Connacht, they were playing tight rugby, conservative rugby, accumulating points, accumulating scores, and then once they built up a little bit of a lead, they started throwing these wild, extravagant passes, and things started to fall apart a bit for them. Just a disappointing game overall. But I mean, we'll do a URC show, I think, in the next couple of days. Before this weekend, we should pump one out just to discuss and have a look at the fixture list and see what the story is. So so there's just so much to watch. But as I say, Saturday 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. I'm at 3 p.m. I'm at KES versus Pretoria Boys. Gonna watch that derby.
What time the first team kick off there?
I think it's around 1:20, somewhere around there.
Okay.
You're gonna make it, or you got plans this Saturday?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. No, it's a hell of a fixture, a cracking fixture. I mean, Pretoria Boys put out 4 or 5 sides per age group. I think there's a 14 A to E and all sides A to E, and I think there's first to sevenths. So they put out a full fixture, and I mean, it's 100 years in the making, this derby. It's one that's fluctuated in terms of form, but this year.
What is do you know offhand what that
looks like? The win-loss percentage.
Yeah, like
I think it's the head-to-head. I think it's Pretoria is still ahead by quite a bit. I think it's like 57-42, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, but it's the gap's closed. It's closed over the last 10-15 years.
30 years, I would say.
Yeah. Well, the 80s they were still giving us shots. I think in the 90s late 90s we started gaining some ascendancy, and then 21st century, I think we've gained some ascendancy there. But I mean, last year we won one, lost one. Both were extremely close, extremely tight. 2024 it was home and away wins. 2023 home and away. Also at age group, this the current grade 12s at under 16 level were quite dominant, and through the age groups as well.
10.
Yeah.
Was it grade 10?
When they were grade 10, they were quite dominant, 9, 8. So there's been a bit of
who boys are.
No, KES
Okay.
have dominated them at age group. But the Pretoria Boys has battled a bit this year.
Yeah.
It's a pity because being their centenary 125th centenary, you'd hope they'd have a decent side, but they've battled a bit. And obviously Saturday going down 61-5 to Maritzburg.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a
Not
result,
gonna help.
And I mean, KES are in a
But
similar
let's be
boat.
fair. I mean, I think KES they're coming off a similar kind of result because they
That's it.
absolutely were demolished on Saturday,
Taken
unfortunately.
apart. Yeah, they were taken apart.
Yeah, they were. They were. And what worries me there, Brent, the KES faithful, we look at there's just so many injuries, and they just never can put their best 15 on the
Yeah,
park. With
that's
all
it.
respect to all the guys,
That's
and
it.
then you worry about that, and
Yeah, that'll play
the
a factor.
lineup problem didn't go away.
No, the
This
lineouts were a lot
weekend.
better in the first half, and then they fell apart again in the second half. They were a lot
Yeah.
better. I was watching closely their lineouts in the first half,
Uh,
and were a lot more successful, and then fell away again in the second half as they fatigued and their concentration waned.
and when
They fell away.
they were under scoreboard pressure as well.
Yeah, they were getting
Um,
pumped. They were getting pumped.
yeah.
Physically,
No,
they
I'm
were.
saying they were chasing the game. So then,
Yeah,
sometimes when you chase the game, you start doing things you wouldn't do.
yeah,
But yeah, we can't take anything away for it. I think the Jeppy game, like we said, couldn't. We don't want to flog a dead horse. It could have been far worse.
yes,
So I think this is going to be a hell of a game, actually.
yeah,
I think it's going to be pretty closely contested.
yeah,
Like we talk about Wildeklawer with some of these fixtures,
yeah,
I think this could also be
yeah.
a less than 5 point sort of game.
Well,
I can easily see that happening.
yeah, I'm a bit more buoyant in that. Is that the right word? A bit more.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
a bit
fine.
more
Yeah.
bullish. I'm a bit more bullish in that.
Bullish,
In the
yeah,
sense
bullish,
that,
yeah.
oh, look, I think I reserve my comments till I've seen the team sheet. I want to see how many guys, who's back for KES, how many guys are returning from injury. I want to have a look at their backline and see,
Yeah.
because there definitely seems to be a bit, I wouldn't say a depth issue, but the guys having to move up from seconds to firsts maybe are battling a bit to bridge that gap. Um,
And what about guys moving from thirds to first?
from thirds to first, like Quinton Engelbrecht, the lock. I think there's
I'm
one.
just saying
I
it
think there's one or
happens.
two players. I don't think there's one. That does happen. I think there's one player that
Who
started.
was the winger that came in?
Oh, Josh Wilkinson. What do you mean?
He,
Russell Magiba. Are you thinking of Russell Magiba? He was.
yes.
I think he was returning from injury as well. So
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, he's also an under 16. He was an
correct.
under 16 provincial player, so
He's
this is
grade
not the
11.
same thing.
No, he's good. He's good.
Yeah,
He's a good player, Russell. If Russell
yeah,
gets selected to the first, he's there on merit. But I
yeah.
think
No,
possibly if all personnel of all players are available, Russell probably won't start. Josh Wilkinson returned against Nordierville, and he's left wing or right wing. Plays on either wing. He's a sub
did
11
you watch
second
that
sprinter.
game?
Nordierville.
I'm
Yes.
saying the third.
No, I didn't. No, I
We
didn't. I
did.
didn't watch the thirds. There wasn't. There was
Okay.
no coverage of that. So I only watched the games that were played on the main field.
Yeah, on the A field. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, but yeah, look, I think as I say, I'll wait till the team sheet comes out. But even with the side that played on Saturday, I'm confident that the side that played on Saturday would beat Pretoria Boys at home. Pretoria they're always a tough opposition. It'll be a tough game. It always is. I mean, even against
Mm,
a weak Pretoria side, it's always tough. They always pitch up for this fixture. But
yeah.
I think, but so do our boys, and I think, yeah, I'm pretty bullish for this Saturday. I reckon depending on the team, I have to have a look at the team sheet. But even the side that started this, that lost to Nudjevel, I'd still fancy them to win by 5. And if a couple of our big guns are back, if Sam Smith's back, maybe if they start Josh Wilkinson, maybe if some of our forwards are back, Kirsten Sheehan, the lock, if he's back, Naledi Perry, if he's back, then it could be 13, 14, 15 points quite comfortably. So
Gotcha.
I'm pretty excited for the weekend. 16
Bullish,
A's,
huh?
16 A's, yeah, 16 A's are 16. The Pretoria Boys have got a very good 16 A side, and so do KES, and it's actually we've battled against them in previous seasons. So
Okay.
that'll be a
Coming through the age group.
yeah, coming through the age group, that'll be a great fixture as well. Actually, that was quite an interesting one. Our under 14 as the under 16s now as under 14s, they were undefeated for most of the season, including wins against Affies, and they played away to Pretoria Boys in the first leg of the derby, and Pretoria won it like one score. It was like 29-28. They won. Pretoria Boys won it like in the last minute. Good performance from Pretoria, but very loose from the KES side. Just under 14s. What are you expecting from these guys? They played a lot of rugby in their own sort of 22, and they were
Okay.
almost
Well,
Windgat.
that kind of a team.
Yeah, but they're almost Windgat to an extent. They
Okay.
weren't looking to play. We weren't looking to exit. We were looking to run from their dead ball line and just playing silly rugby.
Okay. Okay.
But they tightened it up in the home leg against the self-same Pretoria Boys and put like 40 points past them. So, yeah, I think it was like 50-something-3 or something. It was an absolute hiding. It was a lot closer around under 15, both legs, home and away. And obviously now this year, under 16, it'll be interesting to see how it goes home and away. But the under 16s are currently 5 from 5. They're undefeated.
Yeah, but I wanted to ask you that actually, and this is where the ranking system also is always so strange sometimes, especially at these levels, because they're 5 from 5. I watched their game against Noordewil, and they were absolutely outstanding, I must say.
Yes.
It could have been a few more points.
Yes.
But I think they are ranked outside the top 10, even I think they're
13th.
16th or something.
13th.
Yeah, and I find that, I find that a bit of an odd one.
Yeah.
But as we always say, is that KES, the age group teams play traditional fixtures, and they're not at these festivals so much.
Yes.
But I mean, they did play at that Jeppy festival, didn't they? And who'd they beat there?
Monument and no, it wasn't the Jeppy festival. That's you're thinking of the Tony Demonic under 15 festival, I think it is. Oh no, right. You're right. Under 16 festival.
Jeppy,
it was Jeppy Saxon Monument. Yeah.
I think. I mean, I don't know how the ranking system works there, but I think they're actually an outstanding team.
No, they're good side.
They've
Monument
got a lot of things covered, and I must say the the flower?
Yeah, Conor de Mateus.
De Mateus.
De Mateus, yeah.
He's a proper general.
No, he's proper. He's an absolute superstar.
Proper
superstar in the making. Many think he should be playing first already, but
it's
a bit premature.
I think he could.
Yeah.
But you do want to look after the boys.
Yes.
And then also looking at the attrition rate sometimes with the Reds. First, with all the injuries, maybe it's good to just keep him out of that for now.
Yes.
To mature another year. But I really look forward to seeing how he goes. And he's a quality player. That youngster is really good.
No, for sure.
He can run, he can pass, he can kick. What more do you want from a flower?
Yeah, no, he's very good.
And he can tackle.
Yeah, no, look, they'll get an opportunity to move up the ranking list. I mean, not that it's priority for them. They have targeted the season to finish undefeated, although they didn't. Under 15s as well. Under 15s as well. They wanted to finish undefeated as well. Didn't manage, but they will have an opportunity to move up the rankings.
Under 15s lost to Jeppy.
No, I'm saying this under 16 age group as under 15s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were hoping to. They were hoping to finish the season undefeated as under 15s, but didn't manage it. But look at this.
Who did they lose to?
Grey College in under 15. They lost quite a few in the end. They lost to Grey College. It was a tight game. I mean, it was a one-score game. Just lost to Grey College, and they lost a few others. Not sure, to be honest, off the cuff. I need to do something. They'll have an opportunity to move up the season. They're playing Wildeklawer ranked 7th currently, DHS 9th, Westville 10th. So, they'll be able to boost their rankings with wins against those sides. But, for now, Pretoria Boys, who are currently 24th, that's Saturday's fixture, and let's hope for a good one. Should be a good one.
I think so. I think we're in for it. Huh?
Yeah, it should be a cracker.
And then,
so KES on Saturday 8 a.m. till opposite 2-3. Then off to Kings, catch a half the Stormers Glasgow. Then 4 o'clock Lions against Connacht. And
Yeah.
to finish off the evening, we have Sharks against. Who's the Sharks playing? Scarlets
Bulls.
or.
No, I'm saying the Bulls. Aren't the Bulls playing?
Is it the Bulls versus the Scarlets? I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. I'll have to look it up. Give me 2 seconds. Can edit this out. And then after all that, we can go home and watch 9 games of schoolboy rugby of Super Sport schools.
Super Sport
Yeah,
schools.
get to sleep at 4 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. Yeah, Stormers versus Warriors. Yeah, Lions versus Connacht, and who's it? Yeah, Bulls versus Scarlets. Correct. At 8:45. That should be a cracker. Yeah, who the Sharks play against Edinburgh on Friday. That's 2 days time. Sharks versus Edinburgh. Anyway, we'll do a URC segment later in the.
Yeah, I think we'll definitely follow that up. And
Cool.
to the guys out there, they can join us at King's Tavern. I think it's a good place to watch a bit of rugger.
Absolutely.
After the Reds.
At least one of my subscribers will be there.
Yeah, maybe 2.
Maybe 2.
But yeah, Brent, always fun, and thanks for doing this.
Awesome,
That's been great.
That has been good.
All right, man.
Good in
Have
the
a
game.
good one.
Cheers, buddy. Bye.
Right, ciao.
Bye.